Oh no, Saturn. I will catch you later. Good luck, have fun. Please don't destroy me with your brew. Hopefully you didn't see my hand. But I didn't hide it, so. Nice. He says they killed the stream before the info came up. Alright, so what does this hand do for us? So true. So true. So if I go... I don't know where you're finding all that colored mana cast. If we go Lotus, Sol Ring, Narset, can't even find Opal, don't have Force of Will backup. I think I just have to mulligan this hand, unfortunately. It's like very close to working, but I think it's just not good enough. If we had like an on-color Moxen, like a Jet or a Sapphire, I would snap it off. But I think keeping this hand is far too risky. I don't think this one's worth it, unfortunately. So we could, like, theoretically, we could use this as Force of Will. We could go black off Lotus, Sol Ring, Time Vault, Vamp for Key. With Jesus Christ, that's about with Force backup. Maybe that's just good enough. And if we draw a land off the top on turn 1, it's insane. What about Yawgmoth's Will lines? Can we go Black Lotus, Sol Ring, Vampiric, Yawgmoth's Will, Lotus, Narset? I think I'm going to keep this now. Onion, I'm actually very willing to make opponent have multiple forces, sometimes even just one force. I think I'm keeping this hand. So we actually have a pretty crazy Yawgwill line too, I think. So if I have black, Sol Ring, 2 black and a Sol Ring, leaving 1 black, Vampiric 0, replay Lotus, cast Narset. That's close. Ooh, nice. It wasn't a null rod. Uh-oh. I spoke too soon. Okay, alright. Time walk. Was that a mold of 5? No, it was a mold of 6. Holds open hard cast force. As well as daze. Ooh, hello. I don't mind if I do. Do I have a turn 1 lethal line with this? 4. 3/4. What, Sol Ring? Black. No, I'm still short. Okay, so I'm gonna lead with Sol Ring to look for misstep. Has the force pitching Ice Fang Coatl from my Lotus. What's your last card? No? So I have 5 mana. I can go Vamp, Yaw. It doesn't really do anything for me. So I can just play my Time Vault, hold up Vamp. I can Vamp now. I think it doesn't really even change anything besides play around Mindbreak Trap, I guess. So I guess what I'll do is I'll play a Time Vault and then we'll Vamp on their upkeep. Log, can you not do that, please? Alright, so we have to dodge opponent doing something here, but so be it. And then if opponent counters our Manifold Key... Oh, they had an Ancestral? They drew an Ancestral off the top? That's pretty good. If they counter our key, and then all we need to do is draw a land. Okay. They have 2 cards in hand. Can't... So classic. Alright, so we just need to draw a fetch land, and then we can Yogg Will back our Lotus Key. It's not too big a deal. Am I willing to brainstorm lock myself? Yeah. Well, next turn we can scroll for Force of Will. Man, we are unlucky. Not happy about that. Hey, how's it going, Cliffy? This is just gonna get hardcast forced? Can we not? Can I? Ah! I guess they have 4 lands that get locked under Winter Orb, so that's something. So we cycle our repeal. Can we just, like, catch one break, please? I'm just getting wrecked. Alright, we're still fine. If we hit a fetch land, we have Mana Crypt Yogg Will still. We're fine, we just need a fetch land. No, just please give me a fetch land. Please, please. Before opponent plays like an Oro or some shit. No! This game is ridiculous! Saturn! Oh my god. Saturn! How? How? That's unbelievable. Oh. Winter Orb hasn't done anything besides lock them down. Oh. Just can't win. Oh boy. What is happening? Why is there... Stop it. Stop it, Saturn. What is going on? Oh my god. I can't take it. It's too much. Fetch land like 5 turns too late. 5 basics? They're locked underneath their own Winter Orb. What is going on? Alright, I take that for sure. Oh boy. Untapped Mountain? I don't even know what's happening. Oh, you're not catching me with that. And I got 2 islands because I'm not playing Pyroblast like the degenerates. None of that. Alright, I guess I have to hold that one. How do we win? Great question. Play Monastery Mentor, most likely. I don't think this game's over, but no, come, what the fuck? I don't know what to do. I'm just trying so hard. Oh, we found it, chat. Is this the plan? 7 turns? Alright, we're in. Come at me. Alright, opponent has too many islands locked down. So if they draw another Urza, they have to wait another turn before we lose the game. No! My perfect plan! God fucking damn it. They can't use activate. They cannot use artifacts. Activated abilities cannot. Oh my god, we're getting strip mine locked. I'm off it. What do we board in? Circles? Is Hercules good here? I don't know how many things they're playing. I don't know what's in their deck. No, that's way too normal, besides the Fire Mines research. That's not it. Alright, I'm putting a Blightsteel Colossus in my deck. I don't think I want more than 2 Hercules. I don't think they have a DAC. Maybe they do have a DAC. I don't know. I don't. When they're playing Force of Vigor, can they really put DACs in their deck? I'm just gonna put both targets in. Maybe I don't need both targets. Typically, against Force of Vigor decks, you don't really want Citadel. Against like Bug Force of Vigor decks, I typically keep in both of them. Maybe I just don't want Vault Key combo. I know, I'll just stay with 1 Hercules Recall. Maybe that's greedy, but like there's a small chance we actually win that game, but I just couldn't do it anymore. We have to draw like exactly Academy into something else. What does this hand do? This hand's fine. So here we're going to Demonic for Mana Crypt, have Force of Will, and then go for Pio. Obviously that exposes us to Wasteland off the front, but I think that's fine. Yes, it's a classic Null Rod Arkham's Astrolabe deck. I don't think I need to play the Mana Crypt right away. And I do think Mana Crypt is the best thing. Well, I guess I could just get Tinker. And if I don't get Wastelanded... So the problem with going Tinker is if I get Wastelanded. Like, I can force anything that's not Wasteland. It's definitely not Ancestral. I don't think. Maybe? I'm not, like, thrilled with Ancestral here. Ancestral, Tinker, Mana Crypt. I think those are the ones that I would be looking at. The problem with Mana Crypt is unless I draw Moxen off the top, it's still only draw 2. Whereas Ancestral will always be draw 3 if I don't get misstepped. And Tinker is possibly win the game. The problem with Tinker is it's not going to be Bolus's Citadel on turn 2 unless they're representing DAC. I'm just like so worried about Wasteland. I'm worried about Wasteland and I'm worried about Mental Misstep. Ancestral into Pio is like a reasonable thing. I'm gonna go with Ancestral. I think Ancestral plays around the most possible bad scenarios. And I don't think that the Tinker line is as... I don't think it's like a lock, you know? If I thought Tinker line would win the game in most matches, then I think I would take it, but I don't think so here. Obviously, not knowing what's in opponent's deck makes that a hard choice to make. I don't know how likely they are to cast Force of Vigor or Force of Negation, and I don't know how likely they are to Wasteland me. So we played around the Wasteland, so successfully did not take Tinker and die. That's always good. Moxen here would be great. Was not a Moxen. I should probably play around Force of Negation. Did we see Force of Negation in game 1, or was it just Force of Vigor? I can't recall. Don't remember. Felt like I saw Force of Negation, but I can't remember for sure. There was so many hits in that one. I don't remember anything getting exiled, though. So maybe there wasn't a Force of Negation? The biggest upside to not upkeeping it is that I can draw spells that I cast. Even, like, more than just PO. But PO is the big one, yeah. But I think the likelihood of casting PO is, like, fairly small. So I think I'm just going to upkeep it. Another one is, like, if opponent is on a sphere deck, which we don't think so, but we don't really know, being able to Ancestral on your turn and play any Moxen you drew without getting them taxed is, like, another reason you might play it on your turn. So there are definitely reasons. I don't think they're good enough, but I have to think about it because I don't know what's in Saturn's deck for sure. Interesting. So, like, we could play this mana key, and it wouldn't cost us mana in future turns. So alright, I'm just going to jam this Mentor here. I still don't know what's going on, but I have a Force. Am I just getting Wastelanded with a Mentor in play? It doesn't seem like a winning line. I guess I should play around Spell Pierce, but I guess if they Spell Pierce this, I really couldn't care. But there's really no reason not to just play the thing, unless I really wanted them to Spell Pierce me. I don't think we'll be Hercules ourselves, just because it doesn't present lethal here. Maybe later for a lethal kill, but right now I don't see any reason to. Also, like, we can pitch our Hercules to Force and still be able to PO on our next turn for lethal, so I can't imagine that ever using this Hercules would be good enough, but see if we get Null Rotted here. Yeah, so, like, if I just force this, untap, cast PO, and win. I probably wanted to fetch beforehand there. Alright, so we got game 2. I guess opponent could have a Force for this. Force of Negation. Interesting. So that really wouldn't have changed anything unless we let the Null Rod resolve. Which we could have done. We could have let Null Rod resolve, cast Hercules on ourselves, and had Force backup. That was actually probably a better line. So if I lose this game, it's because I just misplayed pretty horribly. I forced it because if I force it and I don't win, if I bounce it and I don't win, then I have to deal with it again. I think that it was a misplay. I think the line I was supposed to take was let it resolve, untap, Hercules myself, get 3 activations, and if they negate it, then we force it, and I win on the spot. So I messed up and I gave opponent an extra turn. That was a really bad play. There was no reason for me to force it there when I had a lethal line on the next turn. So I played around the Force of Negation correctly, which they had possibly. So do we want... Maybe I do want more Hercules, like a second Hercules. Maybe I'm just, like, not in on this Citadel life. I don't think that's true. No, the play is wait for my turn. It gets an extra trigger. I don't think that's true at all, Cho. Do I want flusters? I don't really think so. But maybe I do. If they're playing Force of Negation and Force of Vigor. If they Force of Negation, that's just an extra trigger for us because we'll have Force of Will. No. I'm trying to make lethal mentors. There's definitely no reason to Hercules on my turn, on their turn. Doesn't do anything. It's gonna be lethal both ways. I don't know why you're arguing me about a lethal line that's also, like, there are two lethal lines. Mine also plays around Force of Negation by having a Force of Will. If they Force of Negation on my turn, it gives me another fucking trigger. Mine's gonna do more damage than yours, Cho, so obviously yours is garbage. I think I'm gonna board out this Citadel. I don't know how they can cast Force of Vigor, but I just don't really want to get my Citadel Force of Vigor. I'm not wrong. Maybe I want to take out Vault Key, actually. Maybe we just want to take out Vault Key, have in Citadel. That'll give us more options against Null Rod, and we can always still get him with Karn. I don't need a Caracas or a Tabernacle or a Balance. Could have a Misstep. I really don't know. I guess we want this Misstep. They have Astrolabes and stuff. Maybe boarding out Misstep was a mistake. Let's go with this configuration. I really don't want a Key Time Vault in my deck against the probably 4 Null Rod deck. Saturn historically likes to play 4 Null Rods against me, so... Five-color goalless shops with Once Upon a Time. That's an interesting idea. Tabernacle is very, very high because Hollowvine is broken. Hollowvine and Dredge. So of course we drew Blightsteel where a Bolas Citadel would be lethal. How does that happen? This hand is just turn 1 Bolas Citadel, and we just have a Blightsteel instead. I think I have to mulligan it. I don't really think Hollow One is that good at beating Tabernacle, especially when you combine it with Tormod's Crypts. Like, it's actually pretty hard to get Vengevines into play. Yeah, except that Bolas Citadel gets hit by Force of Vigor. We went over this like 3 times, guys. Come on. Can we keep this hand? If we get turn 1 Null Rotted, we just lose? I don't think we can keep this hand. I guess this can's fine, though. I think I'm on... What are we keeping in this hand? Are we just bottoming this Misstep? Probably. So if we don't get Null Rotted, a good draw would be Moxen. Are we gonna get Ancestral? That'd be good. Alright. Show me what you got, Saturn. Pyroblast. There's Pyroblasts and Mountains in the Force of Vigor deck. So we would have just... we would have straight lost to that Bolas Citadel. If we had hardcast Bolas Citadel, we would have just got Vigored and died. Man, what a crazy match. What a hand. What a hand. You think they have 2 basic mountains in their deck? There's no way they have 2 snow-covered mountains, right? I don't want to say never because it's Saturn, but there's no way there's a second snow-covered mountain. So I'm gonna have to play Tundra on turn 2 to play Teferi, so I'm just gonna play this C. I don't think there's a second mountain. They could get an island and brainstorm and try to find a negation. Is that what's happening? Okay, island brainstorm looking for a force of negation. Okay. I didn't come to your stream to see you play around. That's fair. Not many people do. I assume this resolves. If you find force of you found force of negation and you used it on time walk here? Wow. Okay. What'd you pitch? Oko? It's crazy. Can't believe they did that. So good for us. I mean, our Teferi is 100% to get pyroblasted, but I think that's fine. Just finds an Astrolabe. Classic. Classic. I think I'm just gonna play top. Karn's pretty good against Arkham's Astrolabe, right? I guess they will have an Ice Fang Coatl at that point. Things get a little weird. We have Vault Key, but it's not very good against Force of Vigor. We have a Mycosynth Lattice, though. Are they gonna... Unfortunately, we're never gonna have the mana to cast this a Lattice, but... We can resolve a Teferi if they play a Coatl, but... So they have to change to a green mana here if they want to play a Coatl, in which case we'll probably go to the next phase. Okay, so they're just gonna hold up Pyroblast Force of Vigor. Interesting. So what is in our sideboard here? We have Vault Key, but they have Force of Vigor. And we have Tormod's Crypt, Spyglass, and Lattice. I guess we can just pass the turn. And if they don't Vigor us, then we can So they can't... Maybe we just plus and pass. Spin. Oh, we have 2 mana on top. Hiya. Hello. We have 2 mana on top. So if they Vigor here and we draw land, Mox is 5 mana. Lattice does not get blown up by Force of Vigor. Read Mycosynth Lattice. I could bait them here. What I could do is I could take Voltaic Key, in which case they're gonna hold up Force of Vigor for my Vault Key combo, and then I'll just take Lattice and make mana on my next turn, right? Spyglass Name Wasteland. It's good, but we lose the mana on the top of our library, and with 2 fetch lands. I think I'm gonna get a Voltaic Key as my first instinct here. But I'm not gonna play this key right now. I don't think playing the key is correct. Because I think if I hold the key, they won't cast Force of Vigor. And in which case, I can crack all my fetch lands and just get Lattice and cast Lattice and win. And I think that's the line I'm gonna take here. Like, if they Vigor these, then I have a key top plan. But I think they'll hold this Vigor for my key. So unless opponent drew Force of Negation, I think we're going to win on this turn. We can also spin for a Force of Will with our Teferi, which is pretty good as well. Because I already have 6 mana currently. Looking for a Force of Will. Interesting. I guess we just take this PO. Or do I want to look at a fresh 3 for a Force of Will? Citadel is out. I think I'm just going to take this PO. Why wouldn't Force help? I have a blue card. Oh, because they have Pyro. You're right. You're absolutely right. They have Pyro. Alright, so opponent has to have negation here, or they're going to die to Lattice. Because they can't play Coatl. Because they don't have the colored mana. They found Force of Will. They have Force of Will in their deck. Okay. So we'll work towards Teferi Vault Key, maybe? Or a PO? They could have a lot of things. They found a green source. Winter Orb. Oh, I should have untapped. I guess I don't have, doesn't really matter. I gotta play a little bit faster, though. Demonic Tutor. Just go for the win here. They have to have a green card. I guess it's not the win, but... Actually, Time Vault's in exile, so maybe I'll just get Academy. Do I have to untap everything? I don't know what I'm doing. I just clicked cards at random there. That was bad, I think. Yeah, I shouldn't have played Academy because he's going to get wastelanded that they're going to draw off the top. All those plays are really bad. I'm trying to like play really fast, and I'm making misplays. We know they have Pyroblast and Force of Vigor, right? That's fine. We beat that. I agree. All right, so we win now. Turned out to work out okay. Oh, they have a blue source now. No, they have a red source now. I fucked up. Well, good thing I have Force of Will back up. Oh my god, I played that really badly, chat. I'm sorry. They have a red source. I guess there's no blue spells, actually, so the red source doesn't matter. Unless they have a green card for... And then I'm really screwed here. No, I have a Teferi. Never mind. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I have a Teferi. Alright, I need to beat my own Mana Crypt now. Woo, everything's fine. Just gotta beat my own Mana Crypt, which I have a Teferi in play, so it shouldn't be very hard to do. I also have a Pyroblast. Just have a PO. Oh, I replayed it. I'm an idiot. It's okay. My Teferi will bounce it. Oh, I don't have a black mana. I have an opal. That works, I guess. There we go. Figured it out, chat. That was kind of a mess. I don't play well under time constraints. Oh boy. I just keep forgetting that Teferi exists and they can't do anything. Alright. That was fine. We played the first part of those two games very well, and then the ending was a little bit of a mess.